Hey everybody, what I'm going to demonstrate right now is how to sync between an e-commerce platform, in this case PrestaShops, and Priority. So what we'll be doing essentially is creating an order for every new order that was created in PrestaShops. And I'll explain the whole process and run you through it so you can see exactly what I did and how this works with Make. So the process starts by a webhook, which means we actually get a request that contains the order ID of the order in PrestaShops, and that triggers the process immediately. And then we have a query to PrestaShops to go get the order ID, basically the order according to order ID. Then I get the customer according to the customer ID from that same order, and I get the address information, and that's where we start with priority. So at first, I got to make sure that there's a customer for that specific customer in PrestaShop. So what we do is we make a query, which is essentially just making a simple query to customers using the customer ID. So we sync the two systems. So when you create a customer, I always assign the same customer ID from PrestaShop. So what we're doing is a simple query to PrestaShops. As you can see, I can map data from other steps. It will filter the results. I can do some more complex filtering. I can use the synths and sorting and skipping and get sub items and expand. Everything is possible using Make. For this instance, I'm just searching the customer ID. Then it goes up here. As you can see, there's numbers like what runs first, what runs second. So if the customer doesn't exist, what I do is I create a new customer, right? So the same thing. It doesn't exist. I want to create the customer, so I basically map all the information into the fields of the customer. And what I later do is I save it as a variable. I will explain later why I save it as a variable. If the customer exists, I just update it with the information from PrestaShops because that's usually updated. And the same thing, I save it as a variable. The next step, what I do is I create an order. So the order is just order entity with the information, the customer ID, the name of the client, right? And next I have to get the product and I have to add the order items. So what I do is I query the products by order ID and I get a bunch of products, and we basically create an order item, right? So it's order item, and I add all the information from the order item. So the product ID and the quantity and the price and the wholesale price and the delivery, the delivery date, yeah, and that's being done here. And then we have another API call to take care of shipping costs, just to make sure I get all the shipping information. And for this specific client, we have a shipping product, which means I have to search for a specific product that's actually shipping, and each shipping has different pricing. So there's another query here. It always starts with 909090, actually 9090, and then the actual total shipping tax, right? The shipping price. And that will actually search for a product with that specific ID. And if it doesn't exist, we basically create create the actual shipping product, right? And we create the shipping order item, which looks like this. I just add it to the same order. As you can see, I have the order ID that was created. As you can see, it's kind of moving here. So I got the order ID from here, and I'm basically adding a new order item for that shipping product. If it exists already, we just create an order item without creating the shipping product. Okay. Lastly, this whole thing will basically make sure that every order that's created in PrestaShops is generated identically inside Priority, and the products and the customers are all synced together.